Hello everyone and welcome back. And in the flow of control we were on if statements, and now we have the next part of if else statement, that is if else if statement. So what basically this statement is trying to achieve, it attached if statement, or you can say a condition, to the else block itself. So what is going on here? If the conditions of the very first condition of if statement is true, then the first condition is going to be get executed. Else, what is going to happen? It is again going to check one more condition for the else block itself. So what are we in previously what we were trying to achieve, that if the condition is true, then the statement 1 is will be executed, else second will be executed. Now for execution of the second statement, we have added one more condition, that condition 2 should also be true, so that for condition 2 to be, for statement 2 to be get executed. If the condition 2 is not true, then it will jump to the third if part, and so on. So let's try this here itself. So we had the program which tells us whether the number is negative or positive, uh, and now what we are going to do, what if the number is 0? We are not generally 0 is classified as a positive number, I guess, but we are, for this sake of this program, we are treating 0 as neither negative nor positive. So what we need to do now, uh, if the number is negative, or you can say 0, then it is going to get print negative. And you can see here itself, for 0 it is going to print positive it is for 0, what it is going to print, it is going to print the number was positive. Why? Because if the x is less than 0, 0 is not less than 0, that is why the false part is getting executed. So now what we are going to do, we are going to add one more statement in here. If x is greater than 0, so if x is greater than 0, it is going to get this condition is going to get executed. Let's add one more else, that printf the number added entered is 0, and we have full stop slash n, and we have semicolon. So what this is going to do, so first it is going to check whether the number is less than 0, or if it is less than 0, the number is negative. Then it is going to check if it is not less than 0. So let's check if it is greater than 0. If it is not even if it is greater than 0, it is positive. And else, which will be the condition only if the x is 0, because in that condition both this and this is going to be false. So this statement is going to get executed. Let's run this program with compiler itself. In all three cases, negative, positive and 0. So let's add a positive number in first case, so let it be 9. And you can see the flow of control here. The first condition is itself false, that is why it is jumping to the second if part. So second condition is true, so it is going to print out this statement, the number entered was positive. Then our program is going to be exit now. So you can see the number entered was positive. Now, and let's enter a negative number this time, and you can see -7. Let's add -7 itself, and you can see it is going to check first condition. First condition is true, it is printing negative, it is going to the end of the block, and it is returning 0. So this was about positive and negative. Now we are going to jump on 0. Let's enter 0, and you can see first condition is false, second condition is also false because 0 is not greater than 0. So it is going to jump on the else part of the second condition. So else part says the number entered was 0, and this, there we go, return 0. And this was all about if else if statements. And next statement we have is nested if statements. So what is a nested if statement? So nested if statement says if it is going to add if if else separate if else block, it is not going to here you can say it was like a ladder, that if first condition is true, first statement is going to get executed, second condition is true, second statement. Now we have a nested if statement where a separate if block is added in either part, either the true block or the true block, or you can say false block of the if condition itself, or you can say it is some sort of a compound if else statement itself. So let's have an example here. Now what we are going to do now, if the number is positive, we are going to check if the number is a even number or an odd number. So we are going, if the number is positive, this block is executed when the number is positive. So now let's see what condition do we need to give for x to be a even number. If the mod 2 is double equals to 0. If we are going to divide x by 2 and the remainder comes out to be 0, obviously then it is divisible by 2. And if it is divisible by 2, obviously the number would be even number. Okay, so because even number is nothing but the multiple of 2. Let's print out the statement that the entered was even, and then next line, or and else it would be, let's copy the statement from here itself. Odd. Okay, so what will be happening here? If the number is negative, this statement is going to get executed. If the number is positive, it is going to print that number is positive. Then it is going to go for this if else block. That will be saying if the number is even or odd. So let's run the program and add a positive, I would say positive even number, that would be 8, and let's enter that number. First condition, it is going to get it will be false. Then second condition, it is true. Then statement is getting printed. Then this third condition, you can say, or you can say part of an if true block of the second condition, and this is also going to be true. So this statement is getting executed. Then we have the cursor, or you can say the compiler, at the end of the second condition block, and then the program is going to get exited. And this was all about compound statement. Let's have another example with an odd positive integer. If the number is, let number be 9, and let's enter that number. First condition false, second condition is true, and then this condition, that statement is getting printed. X mod 2 is not equals to 0. Then we jump to the false part, that is number enter was odd, and we are exiting the block and the program now. So this was all about if else statement, and in next lecture we are going to see about the switch statement, and before that we have an exercise to perform. So see you in the next lecture.